24-year-old Nisha Lumpkin is accused of keeping her 2-year-old son in a playpen covered by a piece of crib, tied down on 3 sides so he couldn't stand up or get out. State police say he was also covered in human waste.
Human feces inside and outside the adjacent wall of that caged area. There was remains of food inside there, bones from chicken wing bones or some sort of chicken bones. So I mean, it was something where you look at it and it was disgusting. It was something that no one would want to see.
State troopers made the discovery when they went to the Chaddock Avenue home in Buffalo February 8th to arrest Lumpkin on felony charges related to trying to cash a forged check. The toddler was taken to Oshai Children's Hospital and Erie County Child Protective Services was called. Lumpkin was also charged with child endangerment, a misdemeanor, and given an appearance ticket.
There were some excuses as to why the child was in that cage like that. None of them were good reasons, and let's be honest with you, anyone that has kids or anyone that has seen this picture know that there is no reason for a child to be not only living like that, but as a parent to put a child in that type of situation.
State police say the medical team at Oshai found bruises on the child's face and body and 2 fractured ribs that were healing. Lumpkin told investigators her son fell down the stairs in late December or early January, and while he was crying afterwards, she did not get professional medical help. Just this month, the district attorney's office decided additional charges would not be filed.
This arrest was made in February. Here we are in May. The thing is, we were continuing to investigate to see if there was possible additional charges to the injuries of the child, where now we have closed that investigation and we've determined that we aren't going to move forward with the Erie County District Attorney's Office with additional charges due to the investigation that we went forward with.
Now, it's not clear whether the child is currently in Lumpkin's custody. I'm trying to find out through CPS. And the child endangerment case is still making its way through Buffalo City Court. It's scheduled for June 13th, and Lumpkin has not entered a plea yet. New York State Police found the toddler in the makeshift cage when they went to the home to arrest the mother on a charge that is not related to this case.
Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM law. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone and teaching me well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I'm coming at you from the province of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be a quick hit lesson going into this video that was just released by this woman named Nisha Lumpkin. How she had trapped her child inside of a playpen, but she had barricaded it in a corner and locked him in there. She was like keeping him in there like a beast or whatever. She would throw food in there every now and then. But they found him. They found the child in there. And they found the child in there. And it was feces. They said it was feces and leftover food all over the place. You know, smeared all up and down the playpen on the outside and inside. And the child was only 2 years old, man. He's only 2 years old. And this is obviously a Jake woman. I looked up her name and it came up a Jake woman. She looked to be young, maybe in her early 20s or late teens. You know, she looked like she wasn't ready to handle the responsibility of a child. And that's just go to show you Eve and this new generation that we're dealing with as well. You know, but these curses were put upon Eve, you know, from the jump. How much more now? The times that we're in, you know. Let me take this, save this. I put her up as a wallpaper. But I want to grab this scripture here. It's book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 56. The book of the curses was placed upon Jake, Israel. You know, the true Israelites, the so-called Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you. Our woman used to be tender and delicate. which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. All right, because she was our women were so soft and tender, delicate and beautiful. And they were kept up in the house as like a stored up treasure. They wouldn't even come outside, you know. But now these women outside with it, strong ass jawlines and shit. Got no clothes on, okay, acting and boasting themselves to be just like men. All right. I seen a woman today. I was at work, and she was actually a fair woman. Okay, but she was dressed like a man. All right, she had a little dress. It was a little stud. She was a little stud, and she would have been a very fair woman if she just had her fucking mind right. But she was dressed like a man, you know, sagging her pants, with shoes and tattoos and earrings and jewelry, and you know, scripture talks about a woman ain't supposed to be decked in all those arrayed in all that jewelry and shit, man, because it makes them stand out. You know, a woman's supposed to be shamefaced and meek. But this woman was dressed up like a little nigga, like a little stud, like young M.A., a young mom, whatever they call it. But she opened the door for me and held the door while I was bringing stuff in. And even her voice was soft. She couldn't play it off. But she was like, she held the door for me. I said, thank you. She was like, good looks. You know, and I did a deep voice with it because that's how she looked, like, you know. But I looked at her in the face and said, what the fuck, that's a woman, you know. Her voice was soft. She said, good looks. Then I came out. When I was leaving, I held the door for her. And she was like, thank you. And then I said, no problem. And I almost said, bro, but I stopped like, what the fuck, that's a female, man. You know? But that goes to show you how destroyed women are now. They left their natural use, you know, burning in lust for one another, you know, and so destroyed mentally. And these are just one of the things that has our people like stuck on stupid. Is them burning in each other's lust for each other, trying to be a man. Want to be a man so bad. They don't want to play the role of a woman. They want to be the man. And then when women get together, they're confused on who playing the role of the woman and who playing the role of the man. You know, it's just a bunch of fucking confusion in the land of confusion, Babylon. And Babylon promote that shit, man. But now you got these women who are not geared up enough in their minds to take care of their children. They don't want to handle the responsibility of taking care of their children. They want to open their legs, and then they don't want to pay the price that comes with opening them legs, man. You know, a woman's use is to bear children and take care of the house. And when they take the pleasure out of it and then leave the other part, you know, to feel the way of the other part. And take the pleasure out of having sex, which is supposed to be a ceremonial thing between wife and husband. You know, a serious thing. And they made sport out of it. You know, sex has become a sport for these women and these wicked niggas, man. You know. And now when they getting popped and having babies, they don't want to take care of the babies. They're just destroying them. It says, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. So she probably had a baby by that kid, you know, cheated on that man and got kicked out of the house or got put away from him, you know, or even left for another man maybe. And that nigga left her too. But she's probably stuck on her own raising that child, you know, because of her poor decisions. And she probably tried to put that man on child support or something. She got an evil eye toward him, you know. But these women be so out of their fucking mind, they want to run up and down the block like a bitch in hot season, like a female dog when she in her season. When she hot and ready, she running up the block barking up on every dog, you know. That's this woman, man. They got a husband and they want to go bark up on every man, you know. And then when a man say, all right, I ain't doing this shit no more, you sick. go out there laying with other men, and they leave because of her adulterous ways, then she want to put him on child support for leaving. You know, so you gotta be careful. These women are snares and nets. You know, they'll trap you, have a baby with you just to get money out of you. You know, and that's probably what she was doing because she wasn't taking care of that child. You know, put that child in a playpen, barricaded in the corner like a beast. It says, and toward her son and toward her daughter. So her eye is evil toward her husband, her son, and her daughter. It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the sage and straightness. And that was the thing that happened to us in 70 AD. But it's going to happen again. Jacob's trouble. And even now, these women are devouring their children through miscare, you know, mishandling. All right? They're destroying their own children. It says, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. So when we were distressed, when we were sieged in Jerusalem, okay, by Esau, they besieged us and trapped us inside our own gates where we couldn't go out to get food or nothing. And the women started eating their own children, salting their own children and boiling them, you know. But let me grab this. I'll close out with this. It says in the book of Exodus chapter 11 verse 7, but against, no, Slakia. Not Exodus, Slakia. Alright, this is the book of Job chapter 39 and verse 16 in the NLT. It says, she is harsh toward her young as if they were not her own. She doesn't care if they die. That's Eve for you, man. That's Jake woman for you. She don't care if her child dies. Put him in a cage. He's stuck in there with shit and feces, which causes diseases and sickness and illnesses. Breeds all sorts of illnesses. The kid probably in there eating his own shit. It's a 2-year-old, so he don't know no better. She ain't training him up, man, or taking care of him and telling him the way he should go, you know. And she doing worse and just leaving him on his own and just fucking die. And throwing a chicken bone or chicken wing in there every now and then. Feeding this child food that's not even for him at his age, man. You know. Talking about those leftover chicken bones in here. That shit's sick. That just goes to show you the consideration of these women. They don't really consider, you know. That's why they must be led by a man, or they're gonna destroy it. They're gonna destroy what they create, you know, what they bring forth. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim and YAHAWAH, to listen to truth, sincerity. To next semester, I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.